Hi folks, as you can see, we're doing our planning at the moment. So, you know, it's hectic when you're RVing or caravanning. It's not just all sit down and drink your bevies, is it? Particularly when we have no clue where we are or what we're doing. And I look like a total wreck because the reason you've seen me talking a lot is because Aiden hasn't been very well. Have you, Aiden?
No, I'm a bit stuffed up.
Yeah, he's had the cold, which we seem to have come off the plane from Ireland with, or thereabouts. And now it's decided to move on to me. So you might be hearing Aiden talk for a bit more. You might have to pick it up, love. Pick it up. But anyway, we're sitting here working out what we're going to do. We're heading up to across to the Isle of Skye, which has been highly recommended to us. So we're going to spend a couple of days there, and we have actually booked ourselves a site tomorrow night for that with some power. Actually, no, we didn't go power because actually the RV is doing all right without it. This is the RV, by the way. Can't remember if we filmed that or not, but we're on day 3 and we haven't killed each other. So we're, excuse me, heading up to the Isle of Skye. Depending on how we're feeling, we'll do whatever. So that's why we're actually booked into a park tomorrow night to have a proper hot shower, even though we can have a hot shower in here. Hot shower, but we've got washing to do. We've got to empty our grey water and we've got to fill up with water. So these are the things that you realise that we actually have it pretty good at home in Australia. It's actually quite difficult to do it here. Would you agree, Aiden?
There's not a lot of spots you can do it, and
Yes.
you have to book into caravan parks for a lot of it, or
yes, so you can't
pay it.
Yeah, you definitely
£8 or £10 fee.
Yeah, so you're paying, between £5 and £10 just if you want to do a dump point and fill up with water. You're paying anything between £25 and I'd say we saw one today for £40 for a site with not much on it, but you could use the facilities. So because we've chosen to be over here at this time of the year, it's very busy, therefore it's expensive and yes, busy.
It's expensive all the time.
That's what we're noticing though, it is busy. So Adie's done really well tonight. He's picked, we actually had some trouble because we hadn't decided where we were going to stay, and we ended up having a long day. And I will admit, the first half of the day, which you probably just saw, which was us at the Standing Stones and did a little nature walk, was great. And then we passed this beautiful lock and the sun's out and it's 21 degrees and we should have stopped. There was some free parking and we should have stopped, but we didn't because where we felt comfortable getting off the road was really uneven, not level, and a lot of the parking bays you're almost right on the road, and our camper actually opens out onto the road for a start if you want to go out. And I'm going to say that so far the Scottish drivers are very impatient compared to when we were in Ireland, and they absolutely fly. Would you agree, Aiden?
They drive pretty quick, yes.
Yes. So I just, if we're going to pull off in a parking bay and camp for free, we're pretty choosy about which one that's going to be, because we don't want a truck coming around the corner or, another camper, or like really the trucks and things, and you're sleeping in there, and I don't know, it's a bit daunting. So we continued driving, not driving huge distances, but we actually found a tourist information centre that was open. So that's our other thing, is we haven't been able to find a tourist information centre open between Glasgow and where we are now. A lot of them are being shut down. We're in Fort William at the moment, and that's one of the biggest tourist centres in Scotland. And the guy that we had today, I think it was Rennie, He was awesome. Thank you, Rennie, if you're watching. He was great, and we were really sad to hear that they're actually shutting down that centre as well before the end of the year, which just seems crazy because there was, he said there's hundreds of people that come through there every day because now they want you to do everything on the app, you know, use Google for everything, but it is absolutely not the same as talking to a person. And the information that he's given us today, you couldn't possibly fathom it yourself unless you knew people that lived in the area. So that's actually really disappointing from a tourism point of view. So our day kind of was going to shit, to be honest. It was like, we don't know where we're staying, we don't know what we're doing. And so anyway, we made a plan, and we were going to go out past the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which is, if you know anything about Scotland, that's a big one that people want to see. It's become a bit of a controversial thing with the locals because there's not a lot of parking, but it is this amazing viaduct that the train in Harry Potter comes across, and you can actually still see a train coming across there twice a day, and apparently that just is crazy with tourists. Anyway, we weren't too fussed whether we saw it or not, but we thought, oh, we'll go out there, and there was a couple of camps, and so we went out there, and
we attempted to go out there.
Yes. Well, we got halfway out there, and I'm not feeling well. Aiden's probably, I'm pretty sure, had enough driving, haven't you?
For today.
A couple of Sudafeds helped. And yeah, it wasn't good. There's obviously been quite a bad accident out there today, and we saw ambulances and things coming back, but the road was completely blocked in both directions. So we turned around after waiting for, I don't know, 25 minutes or something, and thought, right, we'll turn around, come back to Fort William, and then had to find somewhere to stay. So, you know, where things are at in some of these towns, sorry, this is going on a bit long, but for those of you thinking about doing it, I figure it's helpful information. And sorry, I actually have no idea what I look like. I can't even see myself, God almighty. When you come back into these towns, when it's so busy, they, if you look on the Park for You, is that the app we've got?
Park for Night.
Park for Night, bit like Wiki Camps. It's very, very good. I think we've told you that already. But when everything's kind of overflowing, there's a couple of supermarkets in town that you can go and park in, but not until after 9 o'clock in the evening, which doesn't matter here because it's still light at that time. But you do feel safer when you can kind of find somewhere that's a little bit more secluded. So AD got onto the app, and I just said to him today, you're just going to have to find all the campsites, mister, because he scored a great one last night and he scored a great one tonight. So if you just scan around out there, Aiden, it's a flat car park, and there's actually only a handful of us in here, and it's quite a distance out of town, and it's at the bottom of a ski field, so they use it to let campers park here when it's no snow and not winter.
Well, they also do a lot of mountain biking.
Yes, mountain biking trail. There's a hostel here, so we think, well, the sign says we're paying £15 for the night, so about 30 Aussie dollars, but apparently you can access some toilets down the end. If you want a hot shower and toilets, I think you can pay down at the hostel £5, and you can do that. And I can hear water running, so we're going to go and discover that in a minute, and I think that might be the end of this episode. So overall, how would you rate today, A.B. Cashman?
Oh, this morning was good. This afternoon was a little bit tiring.
Wasn't our finest RV day, was it?
But we've got maps, we've got directions, we've got suggestions of where to go now. So
yeah. And we did see some spectacular scenery today, yes, didn't we? But not sure if we actually filmed it. We were kind of like in awe of everything, and then we don't want to be doing everything every day.
There's only so many locks and hills you can...
Yeah, so this is what we've got outside here. and the camper's, you know, going fine. So I think we'll go and check out that water. What do you think?
Well, it is 8:35 at night and it's still daylight.
So I'll show you guys. 8:35 at night, and as you can see, yeah, no chance of the sun going down just yet.
Sunset's
About another 2 hours.
10:30.
Yeah. So obviously, while it's not been our best RVing day ever, it sure beats the day of those poor people that had the accident out on the road out at Glenfinnan, or on the way to Glenfinnan. It's just horrible when you see those things, and makes you appreciate every day, because we've seen some pretty silly things happening on the road since we got here. And obviously we're just taking it easy. We are using all the pull-out bays that we can to pull in if there's people kind of banking up behind us, trying to make it easy for those that are in a hurry. But yeah, it's pretty sobering when you see that. So no matter what sort of day we've had, certainly better than some. Anyhow, night-night. Here we are in the Marks and Spencer food hall. Stocking up to go to the Isle of Skye. There's not too many people around, so I thought I'd show it to you. They have the hugest range of, when I say ready to go stuff, it's kind of like little tubs of veggies and things like that, fresh fruit.
They have stuff ready to go and eat straight away, and then they have stuff that's kind of for 1 or 2 people to just heat up. Yeah,
and their produce is sensational. This is what I'm talking about, peeps. So I'm not really into using excess packaging, but sometimes, you know, you just have to do what you have to do. So there's lots of yummy things that you can get to take into the motorhome. Little tubs of salad, things like that, and really good quality. This is my current fave, people. Broccoli and the freshest peas and a bit of spinach. Can do so much with that. So I've got one of those permanently in the van at the moment, or the motorhome. Old matey's found, what section do you think he's found? Hey? The potato section. Sweet potato fries, frites, waffle fries, potato slices, mashed potato. We're not keen on trying that, but someone did say it's delicious. Potato salad, potatoes fried in fat, goose fat, cheese and bacon and potato croquettes, and potato rosti cakes. Would you even bother cooking if you're on holidays here? We've got the range of sandwiches, all made fresh this morning. Salads. If I didn't have food allergies, I would just be coming in here and making a real holiday of it. If you are doing the travel thing over here, Marks and Spencer also has a little cutlery station and serviettes. Very civilised.
Memorial to the Commandos. Trained here during World War II. Fairly bleak and cold spot, imagine in the winter, but we've got Ben Nevis over there in the clouds. Kind of moving, isn't it? Definitely wouldn't have been easy.
That was a bit of a tough one to start the morning, wasn't it?
It was. You don't have an option when it's the next one on the line.
I know. It's actually a very moving memorial in such a stunning location. There's also a memorial garden, which is very moving. Obviously, we're still losing soldiers all the world over, really, aren't we?
Yep.
And if you're a commando, then you're able to have a memorial here in the garden, and it's very fitting in this beautiful environment of Scotland. So we need to gather ourselves this morning.
Yep.
A few tears between the two of us, and off we go. What's next, Adie?
Heading up towards Isle of Skye, and hopefully the Glenelg ferry across, which
Yes.
is
A unique ferry.
with the only one in the world that still has a turntable.
Yeah, manually operated, we were told. So we're going to go and see if we can find that. But I think it's a picturesque drive on the way, so we might not be going in a hurry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,